Shalom, Kahalo Yahweh Shemel Shabbat Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers up pushing the word of truth and its sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I'm the brother Yashuan, and welcome to the WW3 Daily Update. I'm going to keep it short because I see that everybody likes that. So we'll just jump in right here. Matthew 24, my favorite, and 6. Everybody knows this because they hear it all the time, but we'll expound upon it a little bit and then we'll watch a video and jump out, all right? And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of war. Wars and rumors of war. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. End of the world as we know it, okay? Which will end in nuclear destruction, rain or shine, according to the scriptures. All right, so let's look at some of these different versions. NIV, wars and rumors. NLT, wars and threats of wars. So we got rumors, we got threats, rumors, 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 rumors. Aramaic Bible in plain English. It is going to happen that you are going to hear battles and reports. We've got rumors, threats, and reports. Threats of wars. Good news. You're going to hear the noise of battles close by and the news of battles far away. Rumors, news, rumors, threats. All right. Reports, reports, threats, news. Okay. Rumors. All right. So that's what we're dealing with. All right, so let's watch some news and see what's going on. This is a Canadian Prepper yesterday. Today's the 24th. Bad what? News, rumors, reports, threats, invasion plans leaked. Invasion, that sounds like a threat to me. If they're leaking this, first of all, your plans, unless it's World War II, you're about to strike Pearl Harbor, and your code gets deciphered, right? Unless it goes down like that, a leak is a leak. What is that? Propaganda? Is that a threat, an open threat? All right? This is asymmetric war in the 21st century, all right? You use the internet. You use the things that are available that weren't available in World War II. All right, let's listen to old Nathan. Nate, what you got?
Guys, some big stuff brewing. Now, first and foremost.
Wait a minute. World War III what? Escalates. He's calling it WW3. All right.
Yesterday, I made a comment in passing about how the likelihood of a concession on the part of Ukraine was very low. And somebody presumed that I was speaking as a matter of preference or something like that. And the fact of the matter is, I'm just speaking matter-of-factly. So when I say that the likelihood that Ukraine is not going to make a concession in the war is pretty high, that's not necessarily my preference. This person was like, oh, how dare you say such a thing, Nate? How dare you insist that the Ukrainians make concessions of their territory? I wasn't saying that. I'm just saying if they choose not to, which they are saying explicitly that they are not going to do, then the war is going to escalate.
Look at all these rumors.
Here's the thing, guys. These parts of the country that Russia controls right now, there's a lot of pro-Russian people there. So these are territories that they can actually effectively lock down without having to worry about some kind of guerrilla insurgency. And this is the whole thing. If Ukraine were to actually take those territories, you're going to have the exact same situation. I think, this is just my opinion, as you had since 2014, where you had this ongoing war in the Donbass. So you're going to have constant upheaval. The same is true if Russia tries to take places like Kiev, where they're very proud nationalistic Ukrainians.
Rumors are like opinions are like rumors. Everybody's got one.
So both of them are in a bit of a bind because on the one hand, Russia needs to neutralize, from their perspective, the military, or demilitarize the rest of the Ukraine in order to ensure the security of the territories it's taken. And on the other hand, Ukraine is not wanting to make any concessions right now. But remember, there was a time when Mr. Zeke Linsky was willing to make those concessions, and then Biden made a phone call, and all that went out the window. So, advisor to President Vladimir Zinsky Mikhail Pontoliak says, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, after a while, with renewed vigor, the Russians will gather weapons, manpower, see their mistakes, modernize somewhat, fire many generals, and start a new offensive, more bloody, and on a larger scale, he said, which is why we cannot commit to a ceasefire or commit to any sort of concessions of
World War III escalates.
Territory. They rule out an agreement entirely that will include land concessions, and they will not accept any agreement from Moscow that will include the concessions of territories. They must, he said, be defeated. They must suffer a painful defeat, as painful as possible, he concluded. So, guess what, guys? The apocalypse is coming soon. And I say that in jest, but I'm actually being quite serious about it. Now,
the apocalypse is coming soon. Do we need Jesus right now? What is Jesus bringing? Is he bringing peace, or is he bringing a sword?
Russian heavy artillery guns claim to have wiped out U.S.-made M77 howitzers. The Russian team's self-propelled artillery guns are fulfilling the task of destroying the Iranians. Maybe that was a Biden slip there. Ukrainians' military strongholds, fortifications, manpower, and military hardware. According to the Russian Defense Ministry, they uploaded a video showing crews of these 152 millimeter self-propelled artillery guns wiping out a Ukrainian unit of U.S. man-made M777 howitzers in the special military operation in Ukraine. So apparently a lot of this stuff which is being shipped in, as soon as it comes in, it's getting neutralized by the big guns. Apparently EU's weapons stockpiles are depleting, according to the EU bloc's foreign affairs chief, Joseph Borrell. He has warned that the most obvious example of such shortfalls are the depleted stockpiles resulting from the military support that we're providing Ukraine. And he talks about how combined defense spending across the bloc has only increased by 20% from 1999 to 2021 compared to 66% for the US, and get this, 292% for Russia and 592% for China.
So did you hear that Infamil is involved in making, what is it, Percocet? What's the big drug right now that's overwhelming people? Anyway, I want a different front, so let me look for a different front. The Chinese front.
I can't remember if it was Lithuania or Latvia who recently just cut itself off from Russian energy and natural gas. We have the United States, who's building a multi-billion-dollar Arctic military base, or restoring, I should say. The U.S. plans to invest billions on Arctic defense, including modernizing its dual airbase in Greenland.
Sounds like World War
Out
III.
of state gambling.
All right, enough. He's supposed to go into China, but he's not moving fast enough for me. I want to get to Johnny Storm real quick. And we'll go ahead and close. This is already too long. Let's see. Don't speak. Right here. Let's listen to this real quick. Hungry. Who's hungry?
Well, we've got an urgent bulletin here, guys, from Healthcare Radio, as the country of Hungary will now declare a wartime emergency at midnight tonight. So here we go. Prime Minister Orbán says the government will declare a state of war at midnight today. He says to protect Hungary and Hungarian families by all possible means. That was a video he posted on Facebook. And I've confirmed this at Reuters and other places. As it says here, Hungary's government will get emergency powers due to the Ukraine war. They've done this in the past due to the migration crisis. They had a state of emergency, and also due to the COVID crisis. So there we go, guys. They're talking about an actual state of war, being the case in Europe. And so, like Hal says, continue to prep, continue to prepare, because when it happens, it could happen so fast it'll make our heads spin. And I think that will be the case. I don't think we're going to have much warning. Also, at the same time, Japan scrambles fighter jets after Russian and Chinese warplanes near its airspace in the first joint military exercise since the Ukraine invasion, and just as President Biden visits Tokyo, of course. So Japan conveyed grave concerns to diplomats after 2 Chinese military aircraft and 4 Russian warplanes entered its air defense identification zone. Tokyo was hosting the leaders of the Quad countries, including the U.S. The joint military exercise was the first held between China and Russia since the war in Ukraine broke out in February, which the Quad countries condemned, of course. Jets also came close to violating South Korean airspace in a separate incident.
A lot of muscle flexing going on. All right, so with that, we didn't get into China and their plan to invade, but it's in there as well. So let's just get on the way out. Can you see what's going on? This is WW3. Nine. Come on now. Joel 3 and 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Are we not watching that go on right now? All right. This is how, all right, we monitor the time. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. This is where the one you ignorantly call Jesus, whose name is Yahushua, gets into World War III. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Who are the Most High's mighty ones? The angels. And the one you call Jesus, whose name is Yahushua, is an angel too. All right? Let's get that real quick. Thy mighty ones, the thousands of heaven. Who are the thousands of heaven? 2 Ezra 13. Here's how they get into the frame. And I beheld, and lo, that man, who's that man? Jesus, waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. Of course he was flying. Who are the thousands of heaven? Psalm 68 and 17. The chariots of the Most High are 20,000s of heaven, even thousands of angels. Yahushua is among them, as in Sinai in the holy place. What is he coming back to do? What is he coming back for? Is he coming back to hand out daisies? This is written in red. Okay? Salakia. Let's just get it. Matthew 10:33. All right. Confessing Hamashiach. He keeps talking about his Father who is in heaven. What? Salakia. What is it, 34? All right. Him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. Who is this talking about? Him. All right. Jump down to 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. When he comes back, and every eye shall see, as in the second coming, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but what? What a sword. Okay? He's coming back to do what? Revelation 19 and 11. The rider on the white horse. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness doth he judge and do what? And make war. All right? He's coming back to do what? He can get right in the middle of World War III. All right? And here it is. Jump down to 19. And I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war. To make war. All the armies of the earth. Okay? All the kings and the armies of the earth were gathered together to make war against who? The one that you ignorantly called Jesus. And against him that sat on the horse, and against his army, the angels. See, you don't even know what World War III is about. All right? So tune in tomorrow and we'll discuss it. All right? But that's what's going on right now. Hey, Japan, Russia, China, Ukraine, Japan. Sounds like World War III to me. All right? South Korea. You hear all these names? All right, so with that, we hope that the elect were edified. You brothers and few sisters, with that, we'll say shalom.